Hey, welcome to Easy Living with Technology, the 40-year veterans here in the custom integration world in Tampa, Florida, and they have put in an amazing 24x9 just video walls display. But Mike Stram, who owns this company and has been doing this for a really long time, is going to show us all the deep heritage and some really cool gadgets that speak about the past, the present, and the future of where we're going, not only with audio, but with home control, with lighting, and all sorts of cool technology. So if you're interested in this type of stuff, you gotta check out this video.
Welcome to Easy Living.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Thanks for
appreciate
coming.
it, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This is a cool space. How
Thank
long
you.
have you been here at this location?
We've been here now 15 years.
Wow.
Downtown St. Pete, the beaches, the waterfront condos, and beautiful homes out there. Tampa is right across the bridge, and it's a great spot.
That's amazing. So 22 years in this industry here in Tampa. The current setup of the showroom, I'm looking over here, obviously, we have this amazing huge video wall, which kind of represents like the future of display, right?
Honestly, to me, it seems like 40 years ago, we were trying to do everything that we're doing now.
Right.
And, it was a clumsy ride up.
Yeah.
But now we're doing those things and we're doing them reliably.
Right.
We're doing them with professional quality gear.
Yeah.
Things that you can't get at the box stores, like a video wall like this is just amazing.
Right.
This is the hottest thing in our industry since the invention of the flat panel TV.
Yeah.
It really is. Finally, we've got that magic mix, and I feel that it's simply our job as integrators of electronic systems that we are the owner's rep. That's what I feel our job is here. We look out for that owner, that family building that home or that brand new condo they're moving into. We represent them. We want it to be easy. We want the right wiring infrastructure.
Easy living, right?
We want it to be easy living. I've not seen anybody that walks in, sees this, and says, I don't want that.
Right.
Everybody seems like they want it.
The way you've presented it here with the slat wall, having this flat surface, right, that's seamless across the video wall.
Yeah, we're flushing it in.
It's flushed in.
What happens is that if you're going to install a wall like this is a 12-foot wide by 4.5-foot high machine, and it's built out of literally 192 of these little tiles, as you know.
Yeah.
Which is great. We can carry it into small spaces because it's not just one big piece.
Yeah, so these little modules is what you're talking about.
Yeah, they pop on and off with literally a suction cup kind of thing. It's flushed in with only an inch of space around the whole thing for ventilation.
Yeah. There's nothing really detracting from this experience or what I see on the wall. Like, it is what it is. And when I come in and I look at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, that looks like something different than anything else I've ever seen before, right? Because we're all used to seeing a TV.
A 16:9. It's a typical aspect ratio, the width to the relation of the height.
Yeah.
And everybody has it. They're sold at Walgreens. I mean,
Yeah.
Right? If you put up even a 98-inch TV screen, which would be, roughly about almost as high as this, all right,
somewhere around here,
and maybe a third or so as wide as this. But then you play that movie like F1, that's ultra wide format, what they call 2.40 or whatever.
Right.
So now on your 98-inch screen TV or 85-inch TV, that image is even smaller, because you're going to have the black bars at the top and the bottom, and with a TV you have no recourse. There's no way to change that. Where this screen gives you creative freedom to blow that image out, have it be way bigger than any kind of a 98 or 100-inch television hanging on the wall. This screen is a 0.9 millimeter pixel pitch. We are the only place on the west coast of Florida that you can see this right now. There's only really 2 dealers on the West Coast that display just video walls, brand non-glare, matte finish screens.
Right.
And we are the only ones that have this level of 0.9. It's so tight, it's way higher res than a 4K TV. No matter how big your room is, you're 12 or 14 feet from the screen. It's just the way that it is, where people are comfortable setting up their living room. And at that level, even walking up to this close, I'm one arm's length away.
Right.
I can't see any pixels.
Yeah.
It's astounding.
That's what you're doing, is you're bringing this incredible breadth of what we can do in this technology into something that is easy to understand and specify and install. Building out this wall is not easy.
It's easy to buy.
Right?
Tell us you want it and we'll make it happen. With our own people, with our own employees. Most of our staff has been with us for well over 20 years.
Yeah.
So this slat wall idea comes in 5 flavors that we're showing over here. And you can just pick what color or finish that you like, and we'll make it happen. So yeah, we've got a big assortment. There's hundreds of decorative frames like this that are designed to, you know, fit right onto these TVs. This being a 75-inch frame TV, very popular. We do another cool option of backlighting. So we've got blue light, and that's a really cool thing to show that blue backlighting on our Savant app.
Yeah.
Without any delay, I'm changing that color to whatever it is I like, and any color that you end up with, you can apply to other color lights, even your ceiling can lights and that, recessed lighting, other TV backlighting. If you get home and you say, well, I want to watch TV, and you use an Apple TV as your source, I'll put the Apple TV on. It brings up a list of all of your rooms, and you just simply pick what room you want to play it in. Even if there's not a TV, it'll play the audio there in sync, making the entire home one big entertainment center.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know, it's not...
Yeah, because the question is, like, you know, if you have a party at your house and you have an outdoor area and then you've got an indoor area and you want all that stuff to sync up,
right?
How do you do that, right? And how do you seamlessly do that with a whole bunch of different zones, right? So this answers that. So I'm seeing a bunch of rooms on the list here. So I really would love to see how the rest of this showroom is set up. Where should we go next?
Let's go this way.
You own this trademark?
We do.
Oh my goodness, that's
for
awesome.
For a long time now too. You know, we are representing them to the builder, the architect, the general contractor, the interior design team, that we want the best infrastructure so that the property is available to have technology options for the life of that property.
Yeah.
Not just when you first move in and that's all you get. So that infrastructure requires some design up front, some thought, and the best way to do that is to centrally locate your equipment for your networking and your Wi-Fi, your audio and video distribution, your security systems, the power supplies and drivers for many of the color lighting going on in the house nowadays.
Yeah, so like the app you were just showing us with all the ways, all the things I saw, security cameras, lighting, audio, like there's so many things in that app, right? That doesn't just come together in an app. Right. There's got to be a whole infrastructure.
You don't get it by in the app.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to have that infrastructure. This is running our entire showroom here.
Wow.
You know, you certainly don't need this much gear for the average home or condo.
I'll appreciate our setup real quick. So we've got our MX2000. So congrats, incredibly high-end processing. We are also pushing that through fiber, it looks like. So we have, you know, our category cables coming out of the processor into the fiber. Now, why did you guys decide to go with a fiber converter on our video wall?
It just seemed more efficient for the cable running and what we wanted to present. You know, down below is the power protection equipment driving this processor for the video wall. So we have the UPSs down here, couple different variations for the entire equipment rack. JBL Synthesis, the best of the best audio packages for theater equipment.
Right.
And this is our main theater processor for around the corner. We'll show you. You know, my app and the touch panels they run the same program.
Right.
You're not having to relearn everything. And with a little bit more real estate available, when I go to control my volume and of the speakers, the brightness of any lighting on them sliders, those are all two-way communicating. So even though I'm going to turn up and down the volume of the pool speakers in my bedroom upstairs here or wherever I am, I know how loud it is at the pool based on the position of that slider. Because it really is two-way digital communication.
So you make a change here, it's showing up
it
here.
Shows
it's
it
universal everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, so I see some really cool gear over the shoulder here. So we've been talking about a lot of modern stuff, but it looks like we've got some things here that also speak to a different time in the audio-video world. Tell me about this.
This is dates back to 1910. This is an original Thomas Edison phonograph. Player. This was the very first recording system in the world, and this whole thing is floating here.
Wow.
And there's a little spring-loaded.
So this this was also the recording device, like the scribe.
Sure, they record on it and then they replay it. Drop the needle onto the beginning of the cylinder, and you'll hear the guy announce it.
When the band plays Yankee Doodle, sung by Edward Meeker, Edison Record.
That's amazing. There's no amplifier. Like this is
it's
just
loud.
It's loud.
There's a certain fascination in the
Wow. I can't imagine like hearing this back when this was originally invented, like for the first time.
Yeah.
That must have been an incredible experience.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
I think. This was the ideal. This was the King Daddy college dorm room setup.
Yeah.
A pair of JBL L100s, which JBL brought back. These are brand new. These are not vintage old speakers.
These are off the line recently.
Off the line recently.
Made to look classic though.
But they're the same build, but with newer driver components. And the same exact color and shape, size of the grill and that spongy grill thing. So they come in orange, this orange, they come in a blue, and they come black. So these things were the King Daddy back then. Of course, the Marantz Super Tuner.
Yeah.
And the Technics turntable. Did you ever cue up an album?
No, I haven't.
So this is, you get this thing going, you've got it playing already. Find exactly where, if you can hear that.
Yep.
So right there's the very beginning of that track in that groove, and take a quarter of a turn and back it up a quarter of a turn.
So a quarter of a turn is all it's needed to get the vinyl up to speed.
Yep. This is direct drive, no belt.
Yeah.
And high torque, and we would have this start and stop button remote controlled over to the what we call the console, where all the controls were. And the DJ or whatever would say, okay, it's ZZ Top on 105 FM.
Boom.
Boom, it's there. That's how they did that.
I love that.
It was very analog, but it worked perfectly every time. It, really.
Oh man, it sounds so good too.
So our game room, our billiards room here, we love shooting some pool every now and then, and breaks up the day, gives us a chance to talk, and this is our version of the Google beanbag chair.
Yeah, there you go.
And the lighting thing, this gets us talking about full color, recessed lights, or tunable white recessed lighting. Lighting in general that's got color, tunable, it's DMX, it's digitally controlled lighting. There's a button on the wall here because we have that feature in this space called daylight. If I punch up daylight, now that puts these recessed lights automatically into the current schedule, which right now it is 12:35 here.
So it's more of a cool temperature.
And this is more of the cool color temp. You can still brighten and dim the light, but it stays on in this color temp.
Well, this is a lot of fun. This is a cool room. I do have to comment on our beloved crates over here that are conveniently positioned here for our arrival, it seems like.
Oh, yeah. You guys okay in there?
Yeah.
here we're showing a special screen, a Stewart film screen. They've been around and making the screens for the Academy Awards since the inception of the Academy Awards.
Right.
This one has a motorized masking platform.
Right, and so that's what we're seeing over here. This big black area on the side is the masking piece.
Right, so we're showing a 16:9 screen right now.
Okay.
For the football games and sporting events and regular TV, that's the way you would do it. But for movies, you know, we blow these screens, these sides have motors on them. They're motorized masking panels, and they'll blow out and eliminate the black bars typical when you're showing a 16:9 or a widescreen movie on a 16:9 screen. So I think theaters have been coming back around now. We're doing more theaters again than ever before. All of the things that we're specializing in presenting and installing in your home make your home the coolest home on the block.
That's
the one that not only the neighbors want to be, but you're the one that lives there. You get the benefit all the time. You know, make your home cool. Why not?
And it's the experience and the feeling that you get in your own home that's second to none. You know, like I pretty much adamantly refuse to go to the commercial movie theater now, right? Because I can pause the movie whenever I want. I can walk into the space and leave the space whenever I want. I don't have to, I'm not dictated by the schedule of when the movie starts and stops.
Right.
And I can have this experience in every room in a different and unique, cool way that fits perfectly with my lifestyle. And that's what Easy Living does, is they come in and they say, hey, like, let's get to know you a little bit better and figure out how we can make technology work for you in your own unique way, right?
Let's show you some cool things and a way that you can get the infrastructure in up front so that you have these options available to you for the life of the property.
Right on.
I'll tell you, I couldn't do it without the team that we have here, which is incredible, honestly. Scotty Jordan, been our ops manager for how many years now? 12, 13 years? 13 years here.
You're the new guy, right?
I'm one of the new guys.
Pretty well, almost one of the new guys.
Yeah.
Mark Elbley, now together, what, 23 years?
I showed up at the front door here in 2003.
Wow. Showed up at the front door. All right.
And never looked back.
We're obviously standing in front of this huge, awesome video wall, which has Battlefield 6 on it, getting ready to have some fun and play some games.
Can't wait.
What is your takeaway from video walls? Because you were here for the install and everything. What do you think about this technology?
The fact that it's the latest and greatest stuff. You know, we started seeing it showing up at, you know, all the expos and the conventions. I think from the minute one, it blew us all away. We still walk in this front door even after having this here for a little while, and our jaws still drop. You know, being able to do the art on it is spectacular. You know, so it's not just a black box on the wall when it's, you know, so-called shut off. And just the cool factor of it is to be able to show people and get them as excited about it as we are.
Right, because you have to see it.
You have to
understand it,
you have to
right?
see this, you know, to believe it.
Yeah, so this has been such an awesome experience for me to be able to come in here and get to know you guys and get to know your company more, and just to see what makes you tick, and to see what you're capable of producing with 40 years of experience in this industry. And man, I feel super happy to know that, you know, we're in good hands with you guys. So thank you very much for trusting us.
Thank you.
For letting us
thank
in.
you.
Thank you, buddy.
It's great.
Yeah.